I know you actually take on some outside clients as well. With sort of what you're doing there, are you going through the same process which is you set up a WordPress blog for them. That's where you've got all the premium content. It's all about that primary blog with the really good content. It calls it the champagne content, that really high quality content on that primary blog, and then you use the other networks or all of the different ways for getting links to link back into that. Is that primarily what you're doing?
Exactly.
And then how do you integrate
It's basically,
that?
I call it like it's like putting the T-ball on the stick when you set up that blog, and then you go along and whack it with the bat. That's putting the off-site content and just hammer it to that. And Google just loves it. They'll shoot it up. Once you have an authority blog, you can rank for any long-tail phrase overnight, within hours, really.
What are your thoughts then on building up sort of networks of sites and things like that? Because I know a lot of people, this is getting caught up in the whole sort of tactics of SEO and people talking about building your blog networks and stuff like that to support sites. Like if you've got a new client, are you looking at building a couple of blogs, or do you really just build them that one blog and then promote it through the different methods and then say, focus in on that and you can get most of your rankings through that?
I build several. Start with your money page or your money site, which has got your core content, and then you should definitely have a support network if you want to make it really strong. The great thing is if you're doing this for other people, you can build them their site in the middle and you can rent from the sites around it, so that they don't have to have ownership of that, and that can be really a good way to lock in a service fee.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing, because I was talking with Mark Lindsay the other day, and he was talking about the biggest strength or growth that they're seeing in their business is coming from taking these external clients on board. And it's funny, I'm almost hearing that sort of echoed from you. Getting these external clients can be sort of great potential there.
It's enormously profitable, a lot more than selling an ebook. And I don't know, maybe because we speak every couple of days, that could be part of it too. He's a very switched-on guy. You should listen to anything Mark Lindsay says. Those guys are doing a great job. And
I think working with those offline clients as well, like we talk about in the internet marketing niche, going after particular keywords, and you've got every man and his dog going after when you're doing localized search and you're going for, dentist Toorak or, even dentist Melbourne or something like that. You've got, it's so much easier to go for something like that than it is for some of these more competitive terms.
Oh, it's so easy that you have to back off a little bit. I mean, I took an ultra competitive market locally, and within 1 week I owned most of page one, and I had to back off. I was worried about getting booted for over-optimization. So you have to be careful not to use too many of the tricks in your bag of tricks, because you can actually cause yourself some pain.
And you really end up being a big fish in a little pond, and you can just absolutely dominate.
And they love you for it too. They're your best friend.
Very cool.
I mean, I was literally called into the office of one of my clients a few months afterwards, and they asked me if we're doing anything illegal, because they just couldn't believe the increase in results from what they had. They had a very poor performing site that was nowhere to be seen, and it had no on-page optimization, no off-page links, nothing. And we just absolutely dominated, and they couldn't believe it. It's superhuman results compared to what people expect. So just some of the basic stuff we've talked about is enough to go out and generate thousands per month from a decent client.
When they called you into that office, did you have a little flip camera ready and get all of that on camera? That right there would probably be a gold testimonial.
Well, I'm just, they won't give me a testimonial because they don't want their competitors to know how they did it. It's a very, very lucrative niche, and, one of their clients has generated them over $150,000 just from one of the leads that they got. So I'm like the secret squirrel. These clients are very, very excited, and they won't leave you either. They'll keep paying whatever you ask.
I think here we've just tapped on some tremendous potential there. And the other thing as well, like these people who've, never seen any sort of internet marketing realm or anything that we're doing, this is completely new to them. So they're completely blown out of the sort of the water by what you're doing. And then the second thing, twofold, is if you target the people you work with correctly, like you said, one client being $150,000, for them, giving you $5-10 grand a month for your services is, for them, a drop in the bucket. You know, whereas a lot of people are out there, internet marketers, they're battling away trying to sell a $50 ebook.
It's crazy. They're out there in forums whinging and moaning about the latest guru that's trying to suck the money out of their wallet. There's people sitting in offices in the local town who've never heard of WordPress, who wouldn't know what an anchor text is if it hit them in the face, and they're happy to pay thousands to be fixed up. And so, yeah, I think it should definitely be, if someone's looking for a good recurring income business model, that's a great place to start.
Very cool, very cool. It sounds like, I know I mentioned right at the start of the call, you network incredibly well, and you've got some fantastic connections. Curious to know, when it comes to SEO, who do you sort of keep your eye on when it comes to SEO?
Well, I think you can get some good information from Jerry West and, well, let's see. I mean, I read all their books. I read all the stuff, the Brad Callens and the Brad Fallons and whatever. But I like Jerry West's stuff, and also the other guy that was at Stompernet, Dan Thies. He's got great information, and I managed to catch up with both of them. And Dan Thies has a really nice, down-to-earth approach to SEO. I like, and he's not a super techie propeller head type, you know, like Leslie Rhodes and all that. So I like that, the practical SEO side of things. I don't really draw from too many. I don't go into the SEO forums. I don't muck around on all the you know, I don't know all the geeky stuff at all. I just know that what Google wants is a good experience, nice relevant content, well structured, not trying to rip them off. If you deliver them what they want, you can easily get good rankings. If you don't try and spam or take shortcuts or sneaky tricks, then you'll go just fine. So that's how, you know, I was mucking around with the term internet marketer, you know, to see if I could rank for that, and I managed to push that one up onto page 1 of Google. Just doing practical stuff. So I've always had a practical approach, just sensible, reasonable, you know, approach to the thing, and you'll do fine.
You've shared some absolute gold there. For people who want to find out more about you, the best way to do it, I suppose, if you jump on Google, and you can Google James Schramko, or if you want to head to the SEOmethod.com/James, I'll link through to James's primary site. But did you have any final thoughts that you want to leave on, James?
Look, just with search engine optimization, a lot of people make it sound difficult, but don't be intimidated by it. It's actually very straightforward, and I see brand new people doing this the right way from the beginning, and they get fantastic results. Just putting the right key phrase. So focus carefully about what it is that you're trying to rank for in the first place. That's probably the big key thing that a lot of people make that mistake. I did. Trying to rank for the wrong keywords is silly. So once you figure out what to rank for, just work your content around that and make it good quality, and put the buying keywords in the page title and the description and a couple of links to it from a few different places, and you should be fine.
Fantastic. Again, I can't thank you enough for your time, James. Much appreciated.
It's great to catch up.
All right, thanks again.
Thanks, Dave.